my cheery chinwaggers, we are back in the Planet Earth Recreation map, still in London, and take a wild stab in the dark as to what the weather's like up there. Since this rain is not letting up at all, I am going to hole out here for a little bit and acquire some resources. Not really done any mining in this map for quite some time. I think the last big mining thing we did, if memory serves, was back in the Himalayas. As such, I've only got the scant materials I had to make the last leg of the journey when we travelled to Britain. So let's cook up some beef and dig down and get some ore. Now, if you're just stumbling across our little community of Minecraft fans, let's throw some snowballs! No. If you're just stumbling across us and it's your first time here, rather than bore the regulars with a long explanation as to what the devil is going on, quick way to catch up, you can click thusly. There is a link to the previous episode. There is a link to the last episode of the previous season. That's a rather good catch-up point. And if you really want to catch up, then there is a link to the very first episode of Minecraft I ever played on this map. Back when I was way more mumbly and rambling and lost confidence quite quickly. It's embarrassing looking back on it. I don't like listening to myself in those early episodes. Or indeed any episode. I just record them, whack them up, and then that's that. Anyway, so I'm going to do some mining here. Not exactly the high-octane viewing that you guys have come to expect from me, but luckily, I asked for questions last time so I can witter on, and a few of you rose to the challenge. Some quick questions. We've got one from Darkcrafters127. Merry meet, old bean. Always a pleasure to see you around. Darkcrafters has asked, are you still using the Jollycraft texture pack? That is a frequently asked question. Indeed I am! I am using the Jollycraft texture pack. I am open to changing it, however. If you guys want me to shake it up a bit and know of any decent texture packs I should try out in a future episode, let me know, and I'll do that, probably. Right, I've got a lot of Codswallop and Balderdash in my inventory. Let's just get rid of that. Another comment I got. I'm so sorry, I didn't save the name of the person. It's just popped into my head, actually. He asked, or she asked, where can I download the Planet Earth Minecraft map? I forgot to put a link in the description box of the last video. You can find that now. It's actually an FAQ, which answers most of the questions like that kept coming up in the last season. So I wrote a little FAQ, which will answer most of the queries you may have. So that's that. Consider looking at that first before you ask a question about the map, because chances are I've already answered it there. Oh no! Oh, that's okay. I've got a spare pickaxe. Good, good, good. Oh, I've never noticed that before. We've got attack damage stats. That's new. It's probably not new. It's new to me! That's all I'll say. Anyway, the big comment that I really wanted to address was by a chap who goes by the name of AnalThrasher69. Pleasant. I'm not unconvinced that isn't a Cannibal Corpse album title. Very nice. Anyway, old bean, you have asked me, and this is a very good point. I don't think you can fight the Ender Dragon unless there is an underground fortress with an Ender portal. To my knowledge, there isn't any on the Earth map. Dramatic lightning. Yes, that is quite a good point. In the last episode, you may remember that I said, in this season, we were going to go and complete the game to kill the Ender Dragon and hold hands and sing songs of victory. But if what AnalThrasher is saying is true, that may prove impossible. Ooh, iron. So, yes, that could be a stumbling block. However, I wouldn't be so rash to say as there might not be any strongholds in this map, because my thinking is, if they're procedurally generated into the terrain, And we're playing in the latest version, which would allow for that. I can't actually see any reason why there wouldn't be a stronghold, or a few. Now, the only problem is, if I'm right, the stronghold will be somewhere near to spawn. And if that's the case, you know where that is. That is back in Australia. So this might quickly become a journey back to the start of where this whole thing began. Oh my god. So that could happen. I guess the only way we're going to find out is if we get ourselves some ender eyes, lob them around a bit, and see where they land. That's going to be a journey of discovery that could take quite a few episodes. Only to find out, probably, that AnalThrasher69, in all his gentlemanly wisdom, may be right. Now, I've got a plan for what we're going to do in the next couple of episodes, since we're still very early game here. So I've got some fun things planned that you're going to enjoy, but, oh god, that is dark. But if you've got any plans of your own, if you think we should spend our time doing something different, let me know in the comments and we'll have some fun. Maybe you want me to do a build, or maybe you want me to travel somewhere else on the map. You know, I don't mind. I only said the plan of completing the game just because I had nothing better to do. So that's that. This doesn't look like a very good place to mine. I'm not finding any caves or diamonds or anything like that. I also can't believe it's still raining up there! Redonkulous! Part of my plan over the next couple of episodes is to leave old Blighty behind. Yep, I spent 13 episodes walking here, and now I can't get off it quick enough. I'll reveal where I'm going in a bit. However, we also have another question from Mr. AnalThrasher69. A very good question, in fact. It's a two-parter. As an American, I've always wondered what high school is like in the United Kingdom. What was your experience like in high school? Well, Mr. AnalThrasher69, that's a very interesting one because, of course, in Britain, we're quite intimately familiar with what high school is like in the US. Not saying that Glee is an accurate representation of it. I know it's almost a satire, but it pervades our media to such an extent. You know, there's so many movies and series that are set in American high schools. We're fairly familiar with it, whereas you don't get the same the other way around. Most of you guys probably think that high school for us, or secondary school as we call it, is something akin to Hogwarts. Which isn't wholly too far from the truth. Let me just poke my head out. Let's see what's going on up here. Basically, if you want a very accurate and hilarious portrayal of UK secondary school, look no further than the In-Betweeners. I don't know how popular it is over there. Oh god! God, he made me jump. Back off. Ah! Oh god, attack from all angles. I'll box your lugs. Come here! Oh, things are getting very real, son. Things are getting real. Oh, the skeleton thrown into the mix. Hide! Can I answer this question now without interruption? The In-Betweeners, I know you had a very, very poor, I'm sorry, I've got to say it was awful, the US adaptation of The In-Betweeners, which sucked. Sort it out, guys. But watch the English version. I don't know whether a lot of the cultural references will get lost on you, but it's very, very funny and very true to life. Even the movie version was quite good against expectations, so yes, check that out. Ow, if you want to see what school is like in the UK. There's too much tree shade and rain up here. They're spawning like wildfire. Oh, another skellywag! Come here, you bony bum lover! Ow. Oh, I need to... Oh, hello! We're in Birmingham! That, as well you know, if you're abroad, Birmingham famous for being the birthplace of the Beatles! I'm only kidding. I was going to let that one slide and just see see people rage in the comments. Of course, no, they're from Liverpool. Sorry. I need to find my hole again. God, look at all the zombies. Oh, and we've got spiders in the mix as well. Eat. Oh, leave me alone. Please. Is that the hole? Is that the hole? Oh, it's not the hole. I can't find the hole. Something I've cried many a time, so to speak. Is that it? I see light. Let's get in there. Okay. Come in one by one. Oh, not all together! I said one by one! Okay, this is actually getting quite serious now. All I need is one creeper to drop in and I'm done for. Where is the spawn point? Oh, it's back by the London sign. That's okay. Ah, has the rain let up? Ah, marvellous. Right, we can really get the show on the road now. Just need to gather some last-minute resources for an ocean voyage. Smelt this iron. And I can hear something gallivanting around up there. Let's put paid to him. Mr. Spitter scampering around. There you are. How do you like that? Sword up your thorax. Right, looking good, looking good. How much day have we got? Still got a full day ahead of us. Splendid! Oh, I've got arrows sticking out of my fleshy body and organs. I've never seen that before, that's different. Now, do I have enough string to make a bed? No, I don't. I need 3 more strings. 3 pieces of string. How long are they? I don't know, but I need 3 of them. Anyway, second part of Mr. AnalThrasher's question. I've always wondered what high school is like in the UK. What was your experience in high school like? That's how I imagine him saying that. I know what that was. Death metal voice. Anyway, I don't know how you ascertained that I was British. That's a mystery to me, but I am, so I'm well suited to answer your question here. I'm going to be candid. I did say that if you ask a question, you can be as personal as possible, and I will answer with honesty. I disliked my school, or at least my school experience. There was nothing wrong with the school itself. Basically, I went to my cousin Carol Walker's wedding. She's a frequent watcher and commenter, so if you see her in the comments, do give her your congratulations. She got married last Friday, which is why I'm slightly behind on this episode, incidentally. It was an amazing day. Absolutely spiffing. It really was. Had a whale of a time and got to see a lot of family that I don't get to see as often as I should because they're on the other side of the country. There she is there, with her new husband. Lovely chap, Jamie. I got to meet him for the first time, and their adorable son, Ethan, who I would have tried to fit in the car for the way back and take him away with me, but everyone was watching too closely. Otherwise I would have smuggled him. Would have gone Madeleine McCann on that kid! Sorry, Jesus, that was a bit dark. Anyway, so that was Carol's wedding, and there's me at it! The reason I bring this up is because I got to see for the first time in getting on for 20 years... the school I went to when I was 11. I was only there for a year, and as you can see, it looks like Hogwarts. It was built in 1414, Durham private school. My parents could not afford to send me there. It was not a state-funded school, it was private. And I did enjoy that. I did feel like a fish out of water, however. It was a beautiful school and a lot of very posh people and celebrities sent their children there. I am not a celebrity, nor am I posh or rich. So I really felt like a fish out of water. But it was an experience and a character-shaping one. And, you know, it was just lovely walking around and rekindling some old memories. I got to walk around the grounds of the school, which are quite extensive. I couldn't go inside the buildings, of course, because it is a school and I'm a grown male with a moustache, and that kind of thing is viewed suspiciously. But, yes, it was very nice, and I got to show my wife around, and she remarked, this is exactly how I imagined a boarding school to look like. And it was, you know, it was pretty much St. Trinian's for boys. We learnt Latin there and stuff like that, so... That is as you can imagine it being. Very stereotypical British boarding school. And yeah, the whole day was nice. We got to walk around Durham and, you know, saw things I haven't seen in, 15, 20 years. And I can remember from growing up. So saw the cathedral. That was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. If you ever get the chance, do go and check that out. Anyway, what am I up to, you're wondering? Let me just orientate myself a little bit. Where the hell is Ireland? Is a question I frequently find myself wondering. Ah, there it is, the Emerald Isle. Oh, I can hear a slime fapping around behind me. Need to watch myself for that. The game isn't paused while I'm looking at this, I should point out. Right, so what we're going to do, cats and kittens, is head up there. We're going to go to the frozen wastes of Greenland. And if I just head over to ironmanmode.com, which is my site, my gaming site, do check that out if you haven't already, and consider donating to charity, blah blah blah. This is the FAQ I threw up on there, which has got a link to the map. Which one is it? It's that one. So, we can see here, I don't know why it gets distorted towards the north, but it does. So I'm going to head for Iceland first, and then I can nip over to Greenland, and then maybe work our way down into Australia, into America there. So that's the plan, but I've got some things I want to do along the way. All will be revealed, my friends, but stay tuned because we've got some exciting things lined up. For now, however, let us sail around the southern coast of Ireland, which I think is that over there. And then I just hope to God, in this endless stretch of ocean, I manage to find Iceland. That's going to be the only landmark to aim towards. So, going to rely a lot on guesstimation when it comes to finding our way across the ocean, because there's not going to be a lot along the way. And if I miss it, God knows where I'll end up. But back to school. So, that was my experience, my very brief stint. 1 year spent at that boarding school. And then my parents moved south. I moved with them. I didn't have an option. I was only 11. So we moved south. And I went to a school that shall not be named. Now, it wasn't a bad school, by any stretch of the imagination. It was fine. Especially in comparison to some of the other schools in the local area. But I didn't get on well with high school. I don't know what it was. I spent most of my time getting my ass kicked. I didn't make many friends, and I spent most of my time getting into fights or skiving class. What's the American vernacular? Bunking off? Skipping class. Skipping class! That's what I spent most of the time doing. And if I wasn't in lessons and he wanted to find me, more often than not, I was round the back of the bicycle sheds, drinking vodka and smoking cigarettes. Yeah, oh, world glitch. World glitch, am I going to fall into it? Oh no, it's sorting itself out, that's fine. Yeah. It's quite difficult to talk about, actually. I think... You know, if this isn't me just being whiny, I think if I was to go back in time now and find myself as a teenager, I would have kicked my ass too. I was just this little hormonal ball of angst and hatred and awkwardness, and it took me many years, and I did some things I wasn't proud of, and I really just didn't make things easy on myself. I didn't enjoy school at all. I did okay grades-wise. One of the only things I was good at was languages, and I did languages and drama. I did English, French, and German as my special subjects at A-level between the ages of 16 and 18. Did okay with those. And then shortly after then, by the time I got to university, I was kind of, you know, getting more confidence and finding myself a bit more. I was a bit less of an asshole, and... Oh, hello! Found something here. Ah. Interesting. God, there's a lot of mob activity going on over there. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to land, that's for certain. Oh, and I've just stared at an Enderman. Hello! What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do, son? I'm in the middle of an ocean. Suck it! Haha! Don't care much for those zombies, though. They're swimming out here. Guess we'll just keep circling it. I need to verify that this is actually Iceland. Otherwise, something has gone terribly wrong. But yeah, school. The only way I got through it, it could have ended very differently. Very, very differently. I'm not being dramatic, but I nearly didn't survive. Literally nearly didn't survive. On a couple of occasions, some things happened, which I won't talk about. In fact, let's stop talking about this altogether. But suffice to say, my parents stood by me. They got me through it. And here we are, and my life is great. I'm really happy now. You know, just... If you're having a hard time going through school, stick it out. You'll be fine. I know everything feels really dramatic when you're in your teenagerhood. There's nothing you can do about that. It just does. And without wanting to patronise you, and I'm sure you hear it a million times over if you're going through troubles, things do get better. So there we go. I'll leave it at that. However, thank you so much for the... Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the question, AnalThrasher69. They were very good questions, and without such good questions, we'd have nothing to talk about, so do carry on leaving them in the comments below. And I do genuinely love hearing from you guys. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. It warms the cockles of my heart. Usually the first thing I do in the morning is look at my phone. And, ooh, mushrooms, hello. Ah, we got mushrooms, and we got zombie action. Let's keep on moving. So yeah, the first thing I do is look at my phone and see what emails I've got, which is usually YouTube comments. And when I see a comment left, even if it's only a hello from one of the regular names I see, it raises a smile and sets me up for the day. So it's good. I'm glad we've got this little clan together to enjoy this adventure through the planet Earth map. Speaking of which, where the flip am I on the planet Earth map? Should probably look it up. And I could also reveal where we're going and what I'm actually doing, but you'll have to wait till next time. Sorry, I've just realised I've waffled on for about 20 minutes now, which is longer than I kind of want these episodes to be. So do tune in next time. Subscribe if you want to see when the next one is up, if you haven't already. Like I say, leave comments if you've got any suggestions of things to do or questions. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode, and finally, share it. The more people watching, the more impetus I have to keep uploading these regularly, and the more people we can have on this merry journey. So thanks, as always, for joining us this time round, and I'll see you on the flip-flop. Cheery pippins!